Bad leak with your pool equipment? I'm going to go through a quick repair if your pool equipment has a pipe connection nut that needs to be replaced. If you over tighten or over time, these can crack. Let's go. One day, I walked outside, minding my own business, eating my favorite sandwich at PB&J, and I walked around the corner to the side of my house, and what the pool equipment had a big leak, and more importantly, I lost my sandwich. I quickly turned off the pool pump and took a close look where the leak was coming from. It was pretty obvious, with a noticeable crack in the nut that connects the chlorine salt cell. Then I thought to myself, has it been 5 seconds yet, or can I pick it up and finish my sandwich? Or maybe I thought about the sandwich first, then the crack. Anyhow, I'm going to take the salt cell off real quick to get a closer look what we're looking at and the options for the easiest and cheapest fix. The non-crack side is pretty tight. I'll use a pipe wrench to loosen it up and then finish the rest by hand. This goes to the side. This union nut right here is cracked. I don't want to have to cut the pipe and put a new setup on. Even if I do cut the pipe, there's not enough room for the new one. I can cut further back, but then I'll have to purchase a new piece with the wire coming out of. I'm going to take this broken union nut off. It's no good anyway, so I have nothing to lose. I figure the best and safest way to do this, without damaging the pipe, is to use a pipe cutter tool. And the cracked piece broke apart. Just clip the top last piece and it came right off. Measuring this, it's a 2-inch wide pipe. The nut opening is 3 inches. With some research, I saw that several companies offer split nuts for pool equipment. I thought this was the perfect solution, so I purchased a 2-inch pipe split nut adapter and made sure the union nut opening was 3 inches wide. All you should do is separate the nut and drape it over the existing pipe and put the 2 screws in on each side. But one big problem. I separate the pieces and discovered it doesn't fit. How could this be? 2-inch pipe with a 3-inch union nut. I went back to check to see what's wrong, and the side that goes around the pipe has a different size opening. The thread was okay, 3 inches and 3 inches. There was about a 1/2 inch difference from the other side. I went to 5 different pool and plumbing supply places, and none of them had a split nut the size I needed. Online, I saw one that looked like it could fit, but the dimensions for the pipe opening weren't listed, so I took a chance and ordered it. I'll leave a link in the description. Still a 3-inch thread opening, and the pipe side opening looks about right, about 2 3/4. As mentioned, the description didn't list the dimensions of this opening, but it did mention that the thread will work with my particular model Hayward salt cell. The only way to truly find out if this will work is to give it a try. I placed it over the pipe and put the 2 screws in, and it seemed to fit. The big test is to put the cell on and start the pump to see if this closed the leak. Making sure everything is going on the thread straight, the new split nut did go on smooth like it fit. I'll tighten it up as much as I can by hand and just give it a slight turn with the pipe wrench on both sides. Again, not too tight because these nuts will crack if you over tighten, and then I'll be back to 0 again. Now the big test. Turn on the pool pump. Pool pumps generally boost up when they start with more pressure. If it survives without a leak at startup, most likely you're good because the pressure will go down. You can hear the pump spin up, and it looks like the split nut is holding without any leaks. Water is rushing through right now. I don't see any visible leaks. Now the feel test. If my hand is wet, I have an issue. Good, it's all dry. At startup, my pump jumps to a little over 20 psi and then will regulate down to roughly 10 psi. And there you go. After a minute or so, it settles down to 10 psi. That's it. I hope this doesn't happen to you, but if it does, you won't lose your sandwich over it. And if you like, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.